Hey everyone, Jim Chester coming to you live from the New Beginnings Chiropractic Group. I am out here in Red Bank, New Jersey, and I have the privilege of interviewing Skip George. Skip was the first presenter today, and I think he would like to share a little bit about the philosophy of chiropractic from a Green Book perspective to let people know exactly how important it is to keep the philosophy strong.
Oh, absolutely. We do a Green Book study to do critical thinking for the doctors to start realizing that they can have the true philosophy of chiropractic in their practices. Unfortunately, many chiropractors have switched to the outside-in approach. See, the outside-in approach is making a weakened body become more comfortable, and that's use of medications, manipulations, whatever they want to do, but that's first aid care. In first aid emergency care, we need to have that. In our society, if you have a car accident, you got cancer, absolutely we need to have that. But the problem is they have to look at the body in pieces, like wherever you hurt. That's where the problem is. And it's not, that's first aid emergency care. So if you use that for your health, you're going to lose. Because your body doesn't work in pieces. It works as a functioning system. So what we're teaching the doctors is to say, let's change the tone and explain better to the patients and to the public that we do an inside-out approach. And the inside-out approach is getting the weakened body to become strong again within its environment. So we look at the total body. Now, every anatomy book in the world will tell you that the central nerve system is your master system in the human body. Nothing works or heals or repairs unless the brain communicates that. And that happens to be protected by the skull, and the spinal cord is by the spinal column. So any misalignments there can cause distortion, and that causes poor healing and poor regulating, so the body's not working as well, and that's why the body breaks down. So if chiropractors would start to understand their philosophy stronger than what they were taught, and if they were taught that in school, they have to understand that everybody should have an inside-out approach also towards their lifestyle.
So I know that but off camera you were saying something about the relevance of the Green Books. What does it mean for somebody to get one Green Book, and how many are there?
Oh, there's a lot of them out there. But the problem is it was written in the language in that day. A lot of people think that it's old school, and they're going with the majority of what people are doing. But if you look at it, the majority of the people don't know that there's another way. They look at it that this is the only thing out there. So if I feel good, I'm healthy. But you can feel good and be dying inside. You can't feel what's happening inside your body, and because of the motor nerves and what have you. And the only time is the sensory nerves are on the outside skirts of the body. So somebody could be dying inside. You know, the question we always say to people, you ate a meal today, and from that food, you're recreating your body. You're making cells for your heart and for your lung and your kidney. Well, how can an organ inside a living body die when the body's replacing itself all the time? It has to be a communication problem inside that body, and that's why we look for subluxations. And that's what this whole organization is about, is teaching chiropractors to really practice chiropractic and give that inside-out approach to the people that need it, and that's almost everybody.
And you touched on something that I learned a few years ago, because I've been helping the chiropractic profession for about 7 years now. So I'm kind of a fledgling in the field, but I'm doing everything I can to get the message out to more people. But one of our speakers tomorrow, Freddie Schofield, he once told me the first time I met him, the body heals from above down, inside out.
Oh, absolutely. And if you figure you cut yourself, you have no question it's going to heal. But if you take the scab off, you'll find a ditch. You have to heal from the inside out. You never heal from the outside in. So the question that people have to realize is that if you have a healthy nerve system and good lifestyle choices, you have the best chance of healing. For instance, do I want Coke or do I want water? Do I want fruit or do I want candy? But every decision you make either takes you towards strength or towards weakness. Most of your decisions in one day needs to take you towards strength. That gives you the opportunity for the body to heal. It's unbelievable.
And really, I think that's the missing link. And when I tell people, I was mentioned to you, I do a lot of marketing for chiropractic. And when I'm out there meeting people, I tell people that the body needs nothing extra in it. It simply needs no interference. And then I use something I learned from James Chestnut is eat well, think well, move well, and get adjusted. And what I tell people is chiropractic will start you with the adjustment first, and then they'll teach you these other principles of eat well, think well, move well.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, the problem is that people aren't taking responsibility for their health. They're not exercising, they're not drinking enough water, and they just think, well, as long as I feel good, I'm healthy. And then all of a sudden everything falls apart, you know. Symptoms are just indicators that there's something wrong. It doesn't tell you where it's at. You know, you can have interference to the nerve system. The heart isn't getting a proper stimulation. The messages aren't getting through, so it alters its function. And then it affects another organ that affects that one. And then another one depends upon that one. And all of a sudden you're breaking down. But there's no symptoms during the whole time. And all of a sudden you get backache. Everybody worried about the backache. The problem's the heart. It's communication of what's happening in the body. Your body is a synchronous functional system. And it doesn't need any interference. That's the key, getting rid of the interference, and you can't feel that. Subluxations in the spine where the bone goes out of place have no pain. So you don't know if you have it unless you get to a qualified chiropractor.
And the first time I've ever heard that said was by Reggie Gold. And so let's go full circle with this. I know that Jim DeBell works his butt off to get this thing going to the direction it's in. Let's shine a little light on Jim and show some appreciation to him on the live stream here, and talk a little bit about what it means for the New Beginnings family to have him at the helm.
Oh, he's just resilient. He's there. I mean, whether people come, if it's a big crowd, small crowd, what's most important to Jim is getting the message out and helping chiropractors reach more people. You know, it's not about the numbers. Yes, we would like to have more people here. Chiropractors need to get back to the basics. They need to get back. This is where to go. You're not going to get it out in a lot of the seminars that they're taking. You get back to the basics, and that's very, very important to Jim. And that's why we do have the Green Book studies, and very few places have it. Sherman College is very much into our philosophy, into chiropractic philosophy, that still are teaching chiropractors the inside-out approach, because that's the key to maintaining better health.
And I know you touched on a couple things there. You touched on the inside-out approach. You touched on a little nice message about Jim DeBell. But what does it mean for the people that are sitting out there in those seats watching the people on the stage?
I mean, this is family. There's a lot of chiropractors out there that think there's no family anymore. They're out on their own, everything. You come here, and it's like family. And you get able to talk, and if you have concerns or whatever, you have people to talk with. And you're not, you know, being in a situation where you feel uncomfortable. Everybody's just there to help you. You have questions. It is a family unit, and there's families here. You can join us anytime. We would like to have you there. You know? And
as soon as I came here, Jim DeBell greeted me. He gave me a big hug, and he said, "Welcome to the family."
Absolutely. This is the whole scenario. This is a chiropractic family here, and we're going to keep it going.
Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you, Dr. Skip, for spending some time with me. And I'm not going to let you guys go quite yet. I'm just going to give a New Beginnings hug to Dr. Skip here. So,
welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So there you have it. That's how the New Beginnings family is. They support each other. They share the message. They share the philosophy. They talk about the science behind the chiropractic adjustment, and they support each other. And it's a great group of people out here. If you guys are interested in coming out to the New Beginnings group, they do this, I guess, next year. They're going to be doing it twice a year in around St. Patrick's Day, and then they're going to do it again in October. So for any of you that might be interested in coming out here, whether you want to be a vendor, whether you want to be an attendee, or maybe you want to be a speaker, reach out to Dr. Jim DeBell at nbchiro.com. And thank you so much for being on the live stream. I'm going to be cranking these out for the rest of the weekend, so stay with me. Thank you.